I'd like to invite the cabinet members to come up. So the first cabinet member I'd like to speak about is Michael Flannery, our Public Relations Coordinator. So in talking about each of the cabinet members, I wanted to come up with a word or a few words to describe what I thought. And for you, Michael, I came up with positive dude. So positive dude speaks to your casual and fun nature. And the positive is it's just really hard to see you ever without a smile on your face. Every office has two types of people. Someone who tells jokes that aren't very funny, and then the person that laughs at them all the time. Michael and I are these two types of people. I'll let you guess which one is who. Every office is better for having a person like Michael. Rarely you'll find him in a bad mood. He cares a lot about his work and a lot about the people around him. He always has a friendly face. He has worked hard this year to make the Students of You a better publication for students, generating new ideas throughout the year, and is in the middle of a project to renovate the MSCSA website to better meet the needs of our students. Now, Michael Doyle. You know, Shannon is in the foreground, but it's really his picture. This was, I mean, we could not put this picture in there. This was what Michael calls Mondays at the office. Michael, for you, that is pretty ridiculous. You need a little more feeling when you had that mask on. The words I have to describe Michael Doyle as big imagination. If there is a project that no one knows how to do, you give it to Michael. Coming into our new office space required us to analyze a number of ways to organize ourselves, from labeling our IT data lines to where and how many whiteboards to put into the office, devising a master plan for our key system of offices. Not exactly treasured duties, but Michael was always up to the task, and he would figure out a way to do it. Always challenging theories, ideas, and practices, wanting to do things a different way just to prove that he can. So as a leader who oversees the financial practices and someone I work with on a day-to-day basis, we had some fun. He organized a new way to scan in all of our expenditures and report our bookkeeping to our external bookkeeping service and reduce time and costs. As a traditional college student, Michael, you have quickly found yourself in leadership roles throughout campuses and around the state. It will be exciting to see where you land, and even more exciting to see what you say. One thing about this cabinet is they're not afraid to take goofy pictures. So Shannon Glenn, our Vice President. The word that I came up with to describe Shannon is community. Shannon is a social creature who loves her community and her people. Her interests vary so widely, I am willing to make a bet with anyone in the room tonight. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics estimates that the average U.S. worker will have 7 different careers in a lifespan. I would bet that she will at least double that. Shannon's past career and educational interests this past year have involved public relations, communications, business, fundraising, hairstylist, pit bull rescue, politics, selling shoes, now noodles. So if you're ever looking for a cheap lunch date, she gets a discount at Noodles and Company, so you want to. And of course, higher education and Get Out the Vote. She led our charge on Get Out the Vote, and you'll always see her saying something on social media. And that's Shannon Glenn. She loves her community and people, and I won't ever forget your footnotes. This one roasted the duck. So Steve, the word that I have to describe you is dedicated. I knew I was in for a treat when Steve was elected. I didn't know him real well, but the evening of his election, I got to know him just a little bit better. MSCSA hosts a dance traditionally this evening, and I'm going to spare everyone the details that got to this point, but this is a short story is that the cabinet, the incoming and the outgoing, decided to get into a dance-out competition that involved the past president and Steve taking their shirts off. Days after Steve was officially took office in July, I got to make a pretty cool phone call to him. I said, so how would you like to go to the White House and witness President Obama sign a law, the student loan interest rate bill? So it didn't take him very long to say, yeah, I want to do it. This was the first for MSCSA, and it was just his third day in the job, so what excitement would come next for Steve? Well, days later, he found himself where he belonged, mowing the grass at the new office. Our initial planning sessions this summer didn't happen in the conference room table. They happened while simming a hammer and painting a room. I learned early on that Steve was ready to show up and he wasn't the type to burn out. He was ready for the long haul. I can't remember a week during his term where Steve worked less than 40 hours in our office. Definitely a hard worker, but I predict that the MSCSA history will define Steve by his commitment to fundraising for our scholarship program, that through multiple marathons he raised over $7,000 already, and his future plans to expand the effort. Steve is dedicated. This cabinet came into the roles at a challenging time. We relocated our office operations at the beginning of their terms, in the middle of planning work for GOTV and other annual planning measures. And this was the theme for the entire year. They were doing their job and they were stepping up and doing more. They contributed in so many different ways around the office. Painting, lawn care, assembly of furniture, and the list goes on and on. You made coming to work each day a lot of fun. You brought energy, passion, and inspiration. In creating this evening's remarks, it was hard to distinguish between the individual accomplishments and this group's accomplishments. You started as a close-knit team, and you still are today. That's why this cabinet, I broke tradition during this ceremony, and I thought it would be fitting for all of you to come to the podium together. So please help me thank your 2012-2013 MSCSA. It's been a fabulous honor to serve you all this year, and been great getting to know all the staff and the cabinet. Pretty sure they're going to be my friends, almost family for life. It's been fantastic. We've got only about 2 months left now, and I don't know. It's going to be weird not driving to the office Monday through Friday, and so I guess that's about all I really have to say.
So about a year ago, I made a promise to help present the budget a little bit more clearer and with more transparency, and I hope I fulfilled that promise for you guys. I just wanted to share this quote with you. Wanting something is not enough. You must hunger for it. Your motivation must be absolutely compelling in order to overcome the obstacles that will invariably come your way by Les Brown. And I've got a weather report. There's a 100% chance of precipitation from these next two clouds.
did bring boxes of Kleenex.
Yeah, we're prepared for this. All right, so, gosh. I want to see cry first. Okay, it's not okay. This year's been amazing. Being the only girl in the cabinet, not so much. So these guys would not only lock me out of the Saturn and drive away, make me climb in the back and then bruise my leg on the trailer hitch. There's too much that these guys have done. It's really been amazing working with them and with the staff. So, you guys, are we there yet?
Well, I remember 1 year ago I stood in front of you guys, this cabinet, we stood in front of you 1 year ago with the honor bestowed from you guys being elected as your cabinet for this year. And right away, we both all were dedicated to making this a team effort to represent you guys, to help lead this association to have a great year. And while we still have a lot to do in these 2 short months left of our term, with all of our leaders' terms, I think it's been just an outstanding year and mission accomplished in my book. And so it's been a privilege and an honor to work with these 3. It's been a privilege and an honor to represent you guys and to lead you guys. And so I thank you so much